Why is everyone moving to Boise, Idaho? Well, in 2025, more people than ever are packing up and heading to Boise. And today, I am going to be breaking down the 10 big reasons why. Some of these may surprise you, and reason number 8 is something that, for whatever reason, people are not talking about, but it could truly be a game changer for you. And then at the end, I am also going to share 3 big reasons that some people are actually doing the exact opposite and are packing up and moving away from Boise. So stick around till the end, because if you are seriously contemplating making the move, you are going to want to watch till the end. Let's get started. Reason number 1, housing is still affordable compared to a lot of other cities.
You sure about that?
Now hold up, I know what you're thinking. Boise isn't as cheap as it used to be, and well, you are 100% right on that. But compared to other Northwest cities such as Seattle or Portland, or just about any of the cities in California that so many people are flocking here from, Boise is still quite affordable for homeowners. The median home price in Boise's Ada County is currently just over $600,000, while over in Seattle, it's over $850,000. And then in many California cities such as Los Angeles or San Francisco, it's well over $1 million. So if you are moving here from a high cost of living state, your money is going to stretch so much further here. Reason number 2, Boise's job market is booming. Boise's economy is exploding right now. We've got huge employers like Micron, Albertsons, Amazon warehouses, and a growing tech scene and industry. If you're in healthcare, tech, construction, or even looking to start a business, there are a lot of opportunities. And best of all, Boise has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the US. So finding a job here is typically a lot easier than in many other major cities. Reason number 3, the outdoor lifestyle we have here is pretty much unmatched. If you love the outdoors, you're going to fall in love with Boise. We've got hiking, biking, skiing, whitewater rafting, and really just so much more, all within a short drive. You can be skiing up at Bogus Basin in the morning and then kayaking on the Boise River in the afternoon. How many other cities can you say that about? Reason number 4, low crime and safe communities. Safety is a huge reason families are moving to Boise in hordes. We consistently rank as one of the safest cities in America. Compared to other metro areas, our crime rate here is way lower, and that, of course, gives us peace of mind when it comes to raising our families here. To get a better look and look deeper into this one, I recommend diving into one of the multiple online resources that we have readily available, such as crimegrade.org or niche.com. Reason number 5, our lower cost of living. And it's not just about housing. Everyday expenses here are lower too. Gas is cheaper here than what you have over in California or Oregon, and our groceries and utilities are drastically more affordable as well. Even our restaurants, entertainment, and property taxes here are lower than what you see in most other similarly sized metro areas. If you're looking to dive more into this topic, we recently dedicated a full video to, well, doing just that, which I will link to in the description of this video for you to check out later. Reason number 6, small town feel, big city perks. Living in Boise really gives you the best of both worlds. You get that small town friendly vibe with some big city amenities. Downtown has amazing restaurants, shopping, concerts, and even a growing nightlife scene. But it's nowhere near as chaotic, and I would just say as stressful as many other places such as Seattle, Portland, or LA.
Much better.
Reason number 7 are super family-friendly communities and schools. Boise has some of the best schools in Idaho, and our public school system consistently ranks high. And then there are also some great charter, magnet, and private schools to consider, and there's also a growing variety of homeschooling communities and options and programs. To look into our schools, I would suggest that you check out greatschools.org or niche.com. And now, reason number 8, no state income tax on Social Security or retirement here in Idaho. So this is a huge one for so many retirees who are looking to embrace their golden years. Moving to Idaho as a retiree will mean that your Social Security income will not be taxed. So yep, that means your well-earned retirement dollars will be going a lot further here in the Boise, Idaho area than in places like Oregon, Washington, or California. Additionally, we don't have an inheritance or a death tax here, which many retirees who of course want to leave as much as they can to their loved ones, well, it helps them to sleep better at night knowing it's not all going to be going to Uncle Sam. If you're a retiree or gearing up for retirement, we have several videos such as this one or this one that I will link to in the description of this video for you to check out later. And now on to number 9, zero traffic. Now, if you are a longtime Boise local or a native, then you are probably side-eyeing me right now on this one because yes, with the growth we have definitely seen an increase in traffic. But if you are coming here from a major city in another state, well, I would be willing to bet you money that you're going to probably be blown away by the little traffic that Boise really does have. No more 2-hour commutes, and well, you can typically get just about anywhere in about 15 to 20 minutes, or certainly across town. And well, time is money, right, my friend? So shorter commutes are something that I think even as diehard podcast listeners and Audible-loving residents, well, we can appreciate. And now, on to reason number 10. Let's give it up for Boise's incredibly strong sense of community. Boise is a place where people actually know their neighbors. It's a tight-knit, friendly community, which is rare to find in a growing city, of course. We have lost count of how many people have told us now just how incredibly friendly people really are here. So often, people who are moving here from states such as California or Florida, well, they tell us that they're a little bit worried that Idahoans will take an initial, just a dislike to them because of the state that they're moving here from. But well, I can promise you that chances are 50% of the people you see when you first touch down here in the Boise airport, or your Uber driver, or that friendly lady who's at the hotel front desk that you check in with, well, ask them where they're from. I think you'll be surprised by what you hear. Just straight out, not many of us who now love calling Idaho home, well, not many of us were born and raised here, and that's okay. And yes, I will brace myself for negative comments down below because, well, YouTube trolls and all of that, right? But it's true, Idaho has really become quite the melting pot. Well, one that is definitely still strongly red. But you know what? That leads me to my next topic. Let's now tackle the top 3 reasons we're currently seeing some people who moved here with high hopes of embracing their new Idaho lifestyle, why some of them are now packing up and moving out.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, you tell me.
So first up, and this is one of the biggest and most personal reasons why some people are currently choosing to pack up and move out of Boise, and that's in regard to Idaho's political landscape and really our overall culture here. Over the past several years, we have definitely seen people pack up and move out because, well, when they got to Idaho, the political landscape just wasn't what they were envisioning, expecting, or really wanting. And then what's really interesting about this one is that we have seen it happen to people on both ends of the political spectrum. As you most likely know, Idaho, as a whole, is very much a red and conservative state. That said, increasingly, there are certain areas that have begun to turn shades of blue, and there's light blue and even some dark blue, and then some places that are just kind of purple. For example, let's look at the north end of Boise. Over the past 8 to 10 years, that area of the Treasure Valley has definitely become more liberal and more Democratic leaning. That said, of course, not every North Ender is okay being grouped in and being labeled as being a progressive. And some of those people have, well, decided to pack up and move out. On the flip side, we've also seen people who moved into Boise believing it was more liberal than many of the other cities that make up the Treasure Valley, only to find themselves disgruntled by all the big jacked up trucks flying Trump flags down the street. Because, well, living in Idaho will mean that you will indeed see just that, and probably on a daily basis. And if you choose to make Boise your home, well then, with the capital right in the heart of the city, yeah, there are going to be a lot of people voicing strong feelings on both ends. So just know that for both Democrats and Republicans, we have seen people move here from out of state only to find themselves bouncing right back to wherever they came from because they just weren't thrilled by what they found in regard to social issues, city legislation, and politics. Now, on to reason number 2. For years, Boise was seen as an affordable alternative to big West Coast cities. But fast forward to today, and that affordability, well, it's definitely diminished, and that's often felt the strongest by longtime locals and natives. Our housing prices here have really, in relation to where they were 5 years ago, well, let alone a decade ago, they've really skyrocketed. Back in 2020, the median home price here in Boise's county, so Ada County, that was right around $350,000. Fast forward to today, and well, yeah, now we are looking at a median sales price of closer to $600,000. That's more than a 40% jump in just 5 years. Meanwhile, wages have not increased at even close to the same cadence or pace, making it harder for locals to buy a home or even rent. And it's not just home buyers. Renters are feeling the squeeze too, with average rents now pushing $2,000 a month for a pretty modest apartment. With prices climbing, many longtime Boise residents are realizing that they can't afford to stay here and are seeking cheaper alternatives in places like Montana, Wyoming, or even the Midwest. And now on to reason number 3. With the pandemic, we saw a lot of employees suddenly have the option to work remotely, which at the same time allowed for the flexibility to live in a different state. But now in our post-pandemic world, we've seen many companies call employees back to the office. And well, while we have seen an increase in our jobs and our economy here in the Boise area is incredibly strong, compared to, say, California's extensive range of opportunities across tech, entertainment, finance, and innovation, well, things here in Idaho are just a little bit, comparatively speaking, much more limited. And then add to it that our salaries here, again, in direct comparison to California, well, they tend to be lower as well. So for those seeking career advancement in certain fields or higher salaries, Idaho's options have felt, or to some anyhow, rather limited. So after hearing all of this, does Boise sound like the place for you? If you're thinking about moving to Boise, I would love to help you make the move and the transition just as smooth as possible. My husband, Andy, and I are here and ready to help. So jot down our number so you have it on hand if and when you're ready to take that next step. When you make the decision to reach out to us, you get us both from beginning to end. None of that bait and switch action. What you see is what you get. So we would love to work with you. Or maybe you aren't quite ready to take that step and hop on the phone, but you would like to continue learning about the Treasure Valley. We have a completely free, no strings attached relocation guide that you can download and peruse through at your leisure. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.